Hello everyone, welcome back once again to CareerQ, a place to curate your career. So we all know that recession has hit us and we are in between of this economic slowdown or whatever you call it, whatever big terms you may call it. It is recession in which people are losing their jobs. Quite a similar situation to what had happened back in the year 2008. And companies are, regularly trying to overcome this thing, but they have not yet been able to establish a common ground or a place in which they can successfully say that yes, they are out of recession or IT is once again booming. So yes, we all know that recession has hit and we do not know till when this situation is going to prevail within the market because, whatever estimates we used to take, whatever time we were thinking about, everything has crossed. And now this 2024 has started on a very, very bad note, which will be, of course, it will be discussed in a separate video. But in today's video, I am going to talk about some skill sets which are absolutely necessary and non-negotiable in order for you to remain with your job or within your organization. These 6 skills are not defined by me, of course. These 6 skills have been designed and defined by Forbes. And yes, if Forbes says something, we do acknowledge them, right? Like if somebody comes in 30 under 30 or 20 under 20 from the Forbes list, we do acknowledge them. Similarly, this is the 6 skill sets that Forbes has listed, and hence it's time to talk about them. But before starting the video, if you're new to the channel and have not yet subscribed, then I don't know what you're waiting for. Just hit the subscribe button, and without a further ado, let's get started with the video. So the first thing or the first skill set that Forbes has listed in its 6 essential skills is none other than digital literacy. What does that mean? Digital literacy means you as a person should be knowing all about the digital media, digital marketing. You should be aware about AI, those terms, terminologies, jargons, whatever you call it. You should know about them, and you should also, if possible, have some prior experience or, something, maybe a course done or maybe a certification gained or maybe an internship done. All of these things are very important, and you have to show to the organizations, to the recruiters, that you do have digital literacy, you do know about them, you are on top of them, and it does not include or it is not an optional skill anymore. It is a mandatory skill. There are organizations who want it in their job roles, job descriptions, they have mentioned it. So yeah, if you are someone who still feel that you are not digitally aware, who do not know about the digital tools, who do not know how to use them, what tool is used for what purpose, then it's high time now that you just go and you start acquiring those skills, because they are the skill sets that will actually help you in the long run. But of course, they are not the one and only skill. We do have 5 other skills that we are about to talk in some minutes. So the next skill that is listed by Forbes is emotional intelligence. Now we all know that the jobs can be done by AI and the chatbots and everything. So what is the need of humans in the workforce? The requirement is on the judgment front and of course on the emotional front. A few days back, what happened? I had a problem with my Amazon account, and of course, I went to the help center and I tried getting help, but everything is digitalized nowadays and the chatbot comes up, and I tried explaining my situation. I was pretty frustrated and I tried giving all the details and everything, but the chatbot was just not able to understand my query. And my only query was that my account had been blocked and I wanted to know when it will be unblocked. That's the only thing that I wanted to know. And I wanted to know what is happening in the back end. Why is it taking so much time? So that was the situation, and the chatbot was not able to help me. In the end, it had to shift from itself to a live agent with whom I talked, and then my issue got resolved. So yes, absolutely important is the presence of humans with those emotional intelligence. So make sure that you have that emotional intelligence in you. Now, how do you determine that whether you have an emotional intelligence and what is your emotional quotient? Then there are a lot of personality tests out there. You can go and you can give those tests, and you can know what your level of emotional intelligence currently is. If you think you need to improve, you can work towards improvement. If not, you're good to go. The third important skill is flexibility. So gone are the days when we used to say that we are skilled in just one technology, that I am a Java developer. That's it. I don't know anything else. I don't know C, I don't know C++, or I don't know cloud maybe. Gone are those days and gone is the time. So now these development and these things can be done by anybody. And I literally mean anybody. So what you bring specially in an organization is your flexibility or your openness to learn a new skill, to learn a new technology, to embrace those changes and to to go into that job location. So that kind of flexibility within you will give you the extra edge. The next skill is leadership and social influence. So as a human, you need not just have the skills all for yourself. You also need to have the skills to pass it on to others. When I say pass it on to others, I mean that you must be skillful enough that if and when people are placed within you, you are able to manage them. You should know stuff about people management. You should know stuff about how to influence people. So when tomorrow there are 5 people working under you in a team, you should know how to deal with them in a way that you bring out the best of them. So you should have an influence of yourself on those people who are working within you. Leadership and social influential skills, these are the next in line that you absolutely have to possess in order to remain relevant in the market. The fifth skill is, of course, continuous learning and self-development. So my previous manager was actually a backend developer who was then trained and brought into cloud project, and then he worked with me as a cloud DevOps engineer. And now he is again being trained to work on the data front of the same project. So can you imagine? And this is not just, 1 day, 2 day time I'm talking about. I'm talking about a total span of 10 years. Yes, that is how much time he has spent in the organization, and those are the different kinds of roles or work that he has been entrusted with, and the type of different skill sets that he has been ordered to learn, and of course he has learned it, so he is also thriving in his job. So yes, most important is the willingness of self-development and the willingness to continue your learning graph and grow your learning graph as you grow yourself in the career and in the number of years spent in your professional life. Next, we move to the last but not the least, the most important, I would say, even more important than all the above skill sets that I have told you, is your interpersonal skills. Now, when I talk about interpersonal communication skills, it is not just limited to, writing emails or communicating verbally. No. Whereas we know that these are absolutely important, and we do need to know everything. We do need to know how we should talk, what is the tone in which we communicate with the different stakeholders, when to lose our calm, when to keep our calm, how to motivate people. These are some of the fields or some of the things that comes under this interpersonal skills. However, it also takes a lot of, hearing efficiency, listening and understanding. The actual communication is actually a total of all of these things, right? So how efficiently, how good a listener you are, how efficiently you are understanding things, how emotionally available and stable you are, all of these comes in the interpersonal communication skills. Say, for example, there is a sudden client meeting scheduled at 10 p.m. and 10 p.m. is not a good time for anybody. But your manager might ask you to stay back, and you might have some other plans. And even if you want to stay back, you cannot because of those plans. Now here comes your interpersonal skills that has to come into play. You have to explain your situation to your manager in such a way that he gets what you want to say, and also he understands, and you're saying a no doesn't hamper anything of your performance or anything else. So that is how important interpersonal communication skills can be. And it can be the other way around as well, right? So say, for example, you are in the managerial position and you have talked to one of the employees to stay back, and the employee has rejected for one or more reasons. You need to be having a high interpersonal skills such that you're able to understand the situation of your employee and why he or she cannot stay back. And only when this communication is done in the correct way, we can say that you are somebody with a high level of interpersonal communication skills. As I've said earlier in the video, AI and these chatbots will be able to do more than ever as humans could do. We all know that. Then what is the thing that will remain for us humans is the humanity that is inside us, that we have not been able to feed into these chatbots yet. You have to have all this human or people skills that you call it. You have to have these people skills if you want to stay relevant. All you need to do is you need to take some personality tests. Now there are n number of personality tests that are out there. You can go and you can take a personality test, and you can know what are your plus points, what are your negative points, what are things that you need to work upon, and improve yourself in those domains. They will really help you stay relevant in the long run. And that's it I have for you in today's video. I'll come again tomorrow with another new video. Till then, stay tuned to CareerQ. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.